Alright, corned beef hash pies, or tater hash pies as they're known in this part of the world. So what we need is some corned beef. I've got a 340 gram can of corned beef right there. I've got about 120 grams, half of medium to large sized onion right there. I've got 2 cloves of garlic, which I'll chop up. I've got an egg, which is for glazing the pies, and I've got about 200 grams of cooked potato right there. I've got some salt, got some pepper, and I've got about 350 grams of puff pastry. Now you can either buy this in, you can make your own, or you can buy it already in the sheet. This time I've made my own, so I'll be going along with that. Alright, I've got the corned beef out of the can, I've chopped it up. I've chopped up my garlic, and the onion and the potato are sitting there ready, and I've got a fry pan on the go, and all I'm going to need is a bit of oil to start that off. Alright, the frying pan's coming up to heat. What's that? A couple of tablespoons of oil, cooking oil. That one's sunflower oil. Get the oil up to heat. I want a pretty good strike heat. So in goes my onions, and I stir and fry those to brown them up. Could have done with that being a little bit hotter, but we'll live. We just need to stir and fry that for a couple of minutes. So the onion's starting to turn a little bit translucent. I'm frying this over quite high heat to start with. In goes my 2 cloves of garlic. Oh, I love that smell. I always love that smell. And then in goes my corned beef. Fairly straightforward so far. Let's get that scraped off. And then I just want to get that in, get it melting. I'm just trying to break it up a little bit, get it mixed up around the pan, and getting it mixed in well with the onion, and just let that fry a bit. And you'll see it goes softer and softer as it gets hotter and hotter, and the onions will mix in nicely with it. So when you've got all the lumps melted down, in goes your potato. So you can chop the potato up really fine if you like. I don't like it chopped up too much because I like lumps of potato in my hash. I don't like it all too fine. I don't like it all being one consistency. I like it to have a little bit of texture. So let's get all that mixed in. And this is really that simple to do. So you get your taters in, get it all mixed in nicely, and you'll see it starts to look more like a pie filling. So there's just one thing I want to put in there, and that's a little splash of Worcestershire sauce. So I'm adding just a splash of Worcestershire sauce. That'll give it a nice little kick, make the flavours pop. And then I'm going to have a little taste of that, see what it's like. As always, it needs pepper. I like lots, you put in as much as you like. And then stir that to mix, and then just leave it in the pan and turn the heat off, because that is your pie filling ready. That is it ready. So before we fill the pies, we need to let that cool down completely. So I'll let that cool down, and then we'll get back to you. Alright, I transferred the pie filling to this plate to let it cool off, help it cool off a bit quicker. I'll put that to one side, and I'm going to take my homemade puff pastry, take it out of its wrapper. I've kept it in the fridge. It's better to work with cold pastry, and it's better to work on a stone or marble slab, and to that end I managed to get myself this good set, this like a marble slab or granite slab, and a decent rolling pin made of stone. Real nice. So I want to get some flour on here, and I'm just going to roll that out a bit, and then I'll cut it into 4. Cut it in half. And half again. So I got 4 pieces like that. So I'll just show you one, and then I'll do the rest off camera. And roll it out. Once you've got it rolled out, nice and thin, and then into the pie you want to put 1/4 of your mix. So that's 4 pieces of pastry and 1/4 of your mix. And then what I want to do is I want to get this egg beaten up, and then I'll get back to you. So I'm just going to take a bit of this egg, wash and brush it along the edge of the pie like that, out of the way, and fold that over all the way until it meets itself, like that. So it's a pocket like that. Now you want to avoid air pockets in there and get that nice and flat, and then we go round it like this. Go round it with the tines of the fork, like that. To seal it off. Then it's just a case of trimming it off, and then cut that off like that, and there we have it. We have one pie. What I want to do first is just put a couple of vent holes in it, and that's just stabbing the knife in the top like that. And then what I'll do is I'll make up the other 3 pasties, and then I'll get back to you. So there we are, I've got all 4 made up. Just going to put the vent holes in this one, and then I'm just going to give them a quick brush all over with some egg. I've got them on a non-stick baking tray, so I'll give those a nice brush over with some egg. Make sure I cover all of them. Try and unblock the vent holes a bit. And once they're covered all over, I'm going to put those into an oven at 180 degrees Celsius, which is around 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And that will probably be for about 30 minutes, but I shall keep an eye on it. And as soon as they look nice and done on the top, they'll be ready to serve, and that's probably what you're going to see next. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. That looks rather good. These little bits around the edge, I'm just going to give them to my brother as little salty snacks. But with those pies, you must admit, they did look rather good. So, what I'm going to do now is just serve it up and let you see what they look like. Alright, let's cut into this bad boy, see what it looks like. Oh yeah, look at that. Very nice. Enjoy. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to follow my channel, please subscribe and be sure to click the bell icon to receive notification of all my upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.